Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
So verse 58, we continue. When may the daughter of King Rishabhan, who is expert in playing the veena and singing sweetly, and whose gaze is as charming as that of she-elephant in Ruth, meet the king of elephants, Sri Krishna, who plays his celebrated flute so nicely in the fifth note that it resembles the sound of Vipanchita leaves on the bank of Yamuna. When may the daughter of King Rishabhana, who is expert in playing the veena and singing sweetly, and whose gait is as charming as the she-elephant in Road, meet the king of elephants of Sri Krishna, who plays his celebrated flute so nicely in the fifth note
Aloo paratha bana do pakhi.
that it resembles the sound of Vipanchita veena on the bank of Yamuna. The call of Rasa. It's it.
Yeah.
So the commentary. In this verse, Shripad gets a sweet vision of the Rasa dance, the crown jewel of all Krishna's pastime, the blazing mellows of the Rasa Lila enchant even the Lord himself. Shri Krishna says, I cannot express the feelings that arise in my heart when I remember the Rasa dance.
Wow.
In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Uddhava Mahashaya said, my heart is greatly astonished when I remember the melodies of Rasa Lila that increase even the astonishment of Sri Hari. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 8 it states, Krishna's desire in the Rasa Lila is complete, and Sri Radhika is the binding link in that desire. Krishna's desire in the Rasa Lila is complete, and Sri Radhika is the binding link in that desire.
Wow.
Without this link, Rasa Lila cannot happen.
Wow.
Yeah, without her, he doesn't like the Rasa Lila. Therefore, Rasa Rasika, Krishna, who enjoys the Rasa dance, plays his flute with the new expertise to call Raseshwari, Radha, the queen of the Rasa dance. He plays his flute in the fifth note so that it sounds like a veena. Why does Krishna plays his flute like a veena? Shripad says,
You notice the Pancham Prasad.
what?
Pancham Prasad.
Purushartha, yes.
Dharma, Kama, Moksha, Prema Prasad.
Fifth note.
So Prema Prasad, so is a veena. Prem cannot come. Veena is the instrument of Radhika. How veena sound will come to from flute, because Radhika's frame is doing that.
Wow, thank you, Judith. And the veena is also Srimati Radhika's instrument, right? Why? When she plays the veena, this is the fifth note. It's in the mellow of prayer. And also Krishna's flute like this.
It's mellow of calm also. This fifth note, when it's mixed with Radhika's veena, then it's full rasa.
There's a very beautiful pastime about Radhika teaching to Rati Manjari. Yeah. There's
No. First you listen this pastime, then
okay.
This has to complete.
He plays his flute in the fifth note, so that it sounds like the veena. Why does Krishna plays his flute like the veena? The veena is the reservoir of all sweet songs.
Wow.
That plays duets with Shyamasundara's sweet flute playing. There is no other abode than Vrindavana, where the Rasa Lila takes place, and where Shri Radha, who is the reservoir of all sweet songs, appears. All the dancing and singing in Rasa Lila is product of Gopis Mahabhav.
Right.
When Raseshwari hears Krishna's flute sounding like a veena, she becomes desirous to match her sweet veena playing with Krishna's flute playing.
Wow.
Very eagerly, Raseshwari thus meets flute playing Rasa Vikhari, or Krishna, who is dearer to her than millions of lives on the bank of Yamuna. How sweet is their meeting. So we can figure how through this mellow of the sounds, of their music, of their feelings, they are also exchanging the amorous pastimes to music of their hearts.
And the flute plays only one note. Krishna's flute plays one note alone, and the veena plays 6 notes in harmony.
Yeah.
So Radhika's instrument is harmonious connection of many strings, and Krishna's instrument is one note, one strong note.
Right. Beautiful.
How sweet is their meeting. How pleased are their eyes when they see each other's blessed moonlight faces. It makes them feel satisfied, like a chataka bird drinking rainwater, or like chakora bird drinking lunar nectar. Mohan shines like an atasi flower, and Radhika like a golden champaka flower.
Wow. Yeah.
Atasi flower. It's atasi flowers. And Radhika like a golden champaka flower. And when they meet, they look like the moon, hiding in a fresh rain cloud. Their clothes loosen. Krishna's hair falls out from under his peak of feather press, and Radhika's bluish veil slips from her head. A loving mother likes more to see the face of her child, even if it is dumb, than the moon. The loving mother likes more to see the face of her child, even if it is dumb, than the moon. Because she feels love for her child, and not for the moon. Love makes the ugly look beautiful.
Mhm.
Who can then describe the ecstasy felt when the greatest and most beautiful lovers meet each other? If the ugliness is so beautiful in the eyes of love, then what to say about the beauty of Radha or the embodiment of beauty? The Yamuna, who is called Banuja, the daughter of the sun, swells up of ecstasy when she sees Vrishabhanuja, the daughter of Maharaja Vrishabhanu, meeting Mohan on her banks and freely playing with him like an intoxicated she-elephant with the king of elephants. All the moving and non-moving creatures of Vrindavan are shivering of ecstasy, while Radhika, the ocean of artfulness, plays for them, outsounding Mohan's flute song. Outside. Outside, her veena, the sound of her veena is outsounding. It's covering him. It's more intense to playing with the veena than Mohan's flute song.
Covering the flute sound will cover.
Dominating. By serving the divine couple, the king curry is blessed with a sweet vision of their pastimes. So this is the end of verse 58. I can read.
Yes, you're what you're telling. Give mic. Pause.
Yes, it just came to my mind that there is a very beautiful pastime when Radha tells Rati Manjari to follow her and to go with her with a veena. And so they go into a cave, and Radharani begins to teach a song to Rati Manjari. And Rati Manjari, after only hearing one time the song sang by Radhika, she learns it perfectly, and she executes the song without any mistake right away. So in the meantime, Krishna, who's always wandering around these places, hears the sound coming from the cave. So he goes near the cave, and through a hole, he follows the whole scene, unseen from Radha and Rati Manjari. And then Krishna speaks and says, "Who is that singing so beautiful this song and playing the veena so harmoniously?" So then they start talking. Krishna goes inside, and then Radha and Krishna leave, and they go into a kunja, and Rati Manjari stays there and plays the veena. This is all that I remember.
Wow.
But the veena is very much present in the Leelas. When they dance, they find themselves together with Sakis and Manjaris. and Radha and Krishna are together somewhere there on a throne.
Yes.
There's always Veena playing. And actually, in the beginning of the main scene, when Radhika wanted to dance, she realizes something is missing. And it was the belt that she always carries and she always plays because it's made of very small bells. She forgot it in the kunja. So she gives a hint to Rati Manjari. And Rati Manjari goes. She thought nobody saw that she went to the kunja and picked up the belt. But Lalita, who sees always everything, she saw her. And when she came back, she put the belt on Radhika, and Radhika was very happy because she could make a sound with her hips and play this belt made of bells. But then she also saw Radhika that Lalita was making fun, was making jokes about this belt with the Sakis, and they were a little bit giggling and laughing like that. So she became angry anyway. And then when they go back to the Kunja, Radharani gets angry with Rati Manjari and she says, "Get out, I don't want to hear any excuses, you shouldn't have been seen by anyone. So go out of the Kunja, just go out." So Rati Manjari goes out and she sits by the wall of the Kunja with her shoulders, and she starts to cry. And in that moment, Lalita comes and says, "What's wrong with you? Why are you crying like that?" And then with this question asked, Rati Manjari starts to cry even more. And then she says, "Is it because of this belt?" And she says, yes, it's because of the belt. So Lalita takes Rati Manjari by the hand. Excuse me, by the hand. She takes her inside and says to Radhika, why did you get angry with her? She has no fault. I was looking and I couldn't help seeing what was going on. And therefore she is innocent. Why are you treating her like this? This is not fair. And then, of course, Radhika's heart becomes soft and she looks at Radhika, at Rati Manjari with a very compassionate look on her face. And this shloka is very much cherished also by acharyas, because this is the moment which causes more separation feelings and desperation feelings, because when the scene disappears and Rati Manjari goes back into her sadhakteha of Raghunath Goswami, she writes the sloka, Tavaivasmi, na jivami tvayapina, iti vigyaye devi tvam, nayanam charanantikam. So I am yours, and without you I cannot survive. So please understand this and keep me always by your lotus feet. In other words, don't chase me away. Don't send me away. I will die without you. So this, for example, Narayan Maharaj used to recite always before any meeting, any spoken, any Harikatha. Narayan Maharaj would recite this shloka in front of his disciples so that they should understand what is it supposed to happen by listening to this Ananta, Srila Ananta Das Babaji, says maybe listening to this Vilakushumanjali, one drop of the feelings of separation will stick to us also.
Yeah, no, you didn't say. Oh.
That's it. This is, I said more than I want. Huh? More.
Please.
Huh?
Please.
Well, what can I say? I personally, not only, but mostly, I remember this shloka all the time. I sing it, I think about it, and I try to identify myself with Rati Manjari, who feels totally desperate by being thrown out of the kunja and leaning on the wall outside and crying. And by identifying with that, I also think of Lalita as my savior, because if it wasn't for Lalita, Rati wouldn't have had the courage to go back inside after that. Radharani had chastised her and threw her out of the kunja. So for me, this is the most powerful moment in the whole book of Vilakushumanjali, because I'm sure I don't have to explain this for anyone, but it's good to remind it to myself that the whole purpose of reading the Vilakushumanjali, this garland of lamentations composed by Raghunath Goswami, we are supposed to identify with what happens to Rupa Goswami, to Raghunath Goswami, and identify with him, just like somebody may identify with the main protagonist in a film, and just by watching a film, one can have the same feelings of the main actor or the main actress, and by identification, one can cry and laugh and be scared, and all of this sitting in the audience, of those who are looking at the film. So the same thing, by reading Vilakushumanjali, we can identify with Raghunath's situation and feelings of separation, and also with what happens in his Svarupavish as Rati Manjari or Tulsi. And by this identification, receive the blessing of the same feelings that she is having. Yeah. So this is my sincere hope, to get these feelings, and by these feelings to develop a strong feeling of separation from Radha, like a baby feels separation from the mother when the mother is not there. The baby cries without considering anything, who is there, who is not there, and where he finds himself, if it rains, if there is the sun, if it's night or day. When he feels or she feels separation from the mother, the baby will cry. And how? I remember my son, I have one son, when he was a baby, for 3 months, he was screaming like an eagle.
My God.
He was always crying. The only cure was bring him in the car and drive in the country, but there's no traffic. And he would just quiet down. So I don't know much about the Leelas and Tulsi or Rati Manjari, but I have a few shlokas that inspire me, like the cave and Radharani teaching Veena. I hope one maybe Radharani will teach me to play the veena.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Gurudev, for letting me speak.
Thank you. So nicely you explained. We love you so much. Wow.
Radhe Radhe Go.